Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 214. 14? I think it's 215. Yeah, 215. This is discussing episodes 26 to 30. 26, 27 wraps up the story arc that's been going on since episode 23 of the series, where it deals with Gao. Where basically 26 is just trying to get him used to teamwork, and the very next episode has the last time we'll see him go into his werewolf form, thanks to Long trying to prolong a battle. Though I think this one was basically... Let me take a look here. Yeah, 27 was also basically exploring B's backstory. You know, the guy who... You know, the bee, the fly that pops out of Mel's mouth. Yeah. So it turns out that whenever he's away from Mel for a long period of time, he starts decaying. And the reason why, because he's part of her body. That's how he explains. Apparently, she swallowed him when she defeated him, and of course had the trap in there. Yep. Meanwhile, though, Long basically is informed that Rio has gone to his temple because there was a consulting thing going on. It's episode 26, by the way, where the Rangers go for the consulting, and it's basically the gorilla and the penguin. But the penguin is so funny, the fact that she, is the assistant, and of course he just being consultant, and of course Rio basically asks how to beat Maku, and Maku's rival is God. Yes. So go to this temple, okay. So go basically deal with that. So he gets there, then he's stopped by an illusion of the Gekirangers, and he's convinced to go get this particular weapon, this particular object associated with the Geki stuff. And it turns out this actually is not an illusion caused by the temple. Nope, it's Long basically trying to make sure stuff going the way according to his schedule. But he says it's too soon. Yep. Then pretty much even though we do wrap up with 27, the episode does debut the very next Ranger, Geki Chopper. Well, her name is Ken. So he arrives on a boat. And by the way, this outfit he wears, they don't change his attire. Unlike, let's say, Geki Violet, where they do change his outfit and give him a jacket. Geki Chopper, nope, his outfit is simply the same. Also, he's a genius, but he's also a lazy bum. So basically, he was looking back a half month ago, and he's been procrastinating about him back. And of course, they debut his, apparently his Geki bracelet is broken. Of course, he can't exactly fix him. So basically, he spends the first episode convincing him to be his comrade. And he does this by giving Jan this special piece of this sweet that he wanted to get. A lot of it. And then eventually, after saving his sister from a falling sign, which, by the way, this also happened in Jungle Fury 2 in order to convince basically his sincerity. Have a sign fall on a woman. Yes, seriously. This happened also in Jungle Fury as well. Though that one happened to an employee of the Purple Jungle Fury Ranger. This one was basically the guy's younger sister. Though it is a much bigger sign than the small one they had in Jungle Fury. Eventually he joins, and of course shows up his brand new attire, which is it's the first Geki suit with a belt. Now of course this belt this outfit will later go in Power Rangers. It's actually the Rhino Ranger, and in the Power Rangers he's actually RJ's best friend. Here he doesn't really know him at all. He just like in the case of Gao, he's a student of the cat. And the very next episode, he's asked about the particular object. He's very I'll go get it. But I need Rita to come with me. And he goes to Chinatown, runs a woman named Bale, which apparently that when she finds out that he's a Geki Force, she's like, oh, Geki Force are liars. And then after going through some special trap world stuff, there's also a subplot here about an ostrich, which also hits Mel. And Mel's eyes is fine in the next episode. And Rio, of course, is sort of challenged by Muku, who then he fuses the situation because she knows what the object is. So he goes to a cell. By the way, she frees for the next episode. So apparently, so they had to basically fight through some illusions in some world, and it turns out the reason why she says the Geki users are liars is because of Bat Lee making his return to the series, and he only appears for about two. Like, here's the thing: in these episodes, Master Paya, who actually does appear in episode 27, he appears 3 more times after that, and that's it for him. No, seriously. Bat Lee, he has 2 more appearances. Just 2. Just 32-49, and that's it. Sharky Chain, who's not returned yet, he has seen episode 22. He also has 3 more appearances before he's done. You think, okay, what about the gorilla, Gory Yen? He has roughly 3 episodes left. Apparently 32 has featured all of them anyways. With 46. Basically, he's got 3 left. Michelle Ping, who's named after Michelle Yeoh. She, of course, has 4 episodes left. Yep, she's got the most. Yep, she has the most. Oh, and fun fact about her. Did you know that basically her equivalent in Power Rangers, her name is Master Gun, wears the same exact outfit? No joke. Apparently, when they brought these characters over from Gekiranger, they apparently had their human counterparts in the show wear the same exact outfit. Yeah, I thought that was... Does anyone think that's kind of weird? Like, for example, Master Swoop wears the same exact outfit he does in Gekiranger. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Though they do briefly go to animal forms for like one brief moment. Mm-hmm. Yep, but let's see. Well, by the very next episode, they find that, of course, he loses it thanks to Mel. First, he has a fight with her. Then they get Giga Rangers to interfere, and of course, they have a rematch later on. Of course, Long basically convinces Mel to kidnap Ken's little sister, though she does know something is up with her when she sees her running around. And of course, also, Gao follows him. Of course, he punches him in the gut. Then, of course, he, follows the route, has a fight with Mel. Mel loses, but she ends up basically just hitting him and slicing off basically the crane thing that she was tied to, which, when I saw this, when she was tied up with chains, I'm like, why the heck does Tokusatsu series like this when they take hostages? Yeah, tie people up in a formation of a cross. Yes, with the hands up like this and the hands and the feet tied together. Yes, this has happened in not only Super Sentai, but it's also happened in Kamen Rider 2. Like, what is the Japanese obsession with having the villains do this? It's kind of weird. And of course, basically, she didn't like the fact she had to do that with Geki Chopper's sister. And of course, she also has the Daioken. And then after she gets the thing, she frees Rio and they go to that particular place. And of course, he does apologize. By the way, he doesn't get punished for selling anything because he does ring a bell with Bat Lee, and apparently that freed her from 100 years of pain. Which, as a thank you for that, he doesn't get punished, but he does get punished he tried to avoid basically punishment for. But yeah, these 5 episodes are really good, and I was planning just going straight through My Hero Academia afterwards, but I have only 5 episodes left to go before I take my break. So I figured out I'm going to go straight to that. But next video I'm going to do is Black Clover. Okay, next video. Bye.